This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by mindthings.com.
Hey, have you guys heard about this bear cat?
You must leave or you are trespassing.
Bear cat. This is the bear cat flyer. You can
Parents
see when
don't
I'm
want you
out.
here. You must leave.
A bear cat flyer.
Don't take
It's time to
it!
go.
Free Keene operatives. Annoying government school occupants. Outside Keene. And sometimes, blah, 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 annoying me too. But they're also illustrating an important concept. Peaceable rebel forces don't have to be very effective to be effective. Blah, 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 blah. Here's why. The more unpopular and unwise your activism seems to be, the more backlash it creates.
I don't want to be on the internet. I don't want to be on the internet. I don't want to be on the internet.
Hello.
No! Get that away from me right now! And I
Excuse me.
mean it! Get it away!
You just assaulted
no,
me.
I don't care!
The backlash is always interesting, and since it draws more attention to your movement, it generally grows your movement. Here's the quintessential example from back in 2007.
I have a feeling that you're making a tense situation out of absolutely nothing.
Why are you acting so aggressive to us?
Yeah, that's me being defended, maybe I should say over-defended, by an overzealous Russell Canning. This is during an open carry stop in Manchester. Now, if you look at the comments on this video that aired back in 07, you'll see hardly anyone supports Russell doing what he did, waving his hand in front of that cop. But I guarantee you, if he had not done that, the video would have gotten 10,000 hits instead of 300,000. So, by sort of being willing to make an ass out of himself in a humorous sort of way, Russell made this video and our movement much more well known. That act, far more than the open carry, got people talking. Now, Free Keene has taken this concept a step further, and that they're doing things, some of them, that just sort of come off as whiny.
You're stopping people from handing out information. This is Soviet Russia.
Annoying, in your face, and not even very targeted at, the government. In the public mind, at least, high school students are not considered the government. But look at the backlash it creates. The backlash is just, it's hilarious to watch. I can't get over it. I might be annoyed by the free keeners, but watching these bureaucrats do this, this backlash on my dime, well, that just makes me laugh and angry at the same time.
I think it's pretty clear who's being ridiculous.
Whoa! Watch it, buddy.
Whoa, that is...
You do not do that.
Did I bump you? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know it's having the same effect on a lot of people around the country who are watching these popular videos. Those are the people that Free Keene is ultimately trying to reach in order to create more movers to New Hampshire. They don't care what local bureaucrats think or local pro-government people, and in their minds, they don't have to.
Free Keene from the Free Staters.
What does that mean?
Get you morons out of here.
Now, my take on this is a little more subtle. I think that ideally you want to hit on both cylinders where you're getting public support locally and drawing in movers. But that's a tough act, and Free Keene is just not subtle enough to pull it off. They're going out there and making sure that we've got good video of bureaucrats doing crazy things in reaction to Crazy Keene. Or Crazy Free Keene, I guess I should say. At least it's got people talking. At least it's not boring. Whatever the flaws of this activism, it's 50 times better than going to your nearest Libertarian Party headquarters and doing petition work. Please don't do that. That's what the government really wants you to do. A buddy of mine in sales, back when I was in sales, once told me, the most important element to success in sales is activity. You just need to have a lot of activity, and you'll have a lot of sales. Of course, good activity is better than weak activity. Non-annoying activity is probably better than annoying activity. But these folks have got one thing right for sure, and that is they're being active, and they're being active in an interesting way. Someday they'll learn to hit on that third cylinder, where they're active and interesting and popular with a large portion of the public. Disclaimer/reminder, freekeene.com is an advertiser on the Ridley Report. Have you played your fill of pro-government video games? MineThings.com could be the solution. It's free, imaginative, and you can play it entirely in your web browser. Recolonize the smothered earth, dig up cool artifacts, compete with other players in a free market scramble. Just remember to use the coupon code RIDLEY. That gives you twice the mining rate. MineThings.com